Today, the face of homelessness is not a face. It is multiple faces. It's a newborn baby the day after mom is discharged from the hospital. It's an 89-year-old woman who's never been homeless in her life. It's countless numbers of families with young children and older children. It's generations of people. Nobody plans on being homeless. Nobody wants to be homeless. But life happens and situations occur and people's lives start to spiral out of control. And the last thing is they end up homeless.
Experiencing homelessness means that you've experienced crisis and trauma in your life, and everyone who comes through our door is carrying that baggage. The fact is that as the economy seems to be recovering, Crossroads isn't seeing that recovery. We're seeing more and more families and individuals coming to us who never thought they would be homeless.
What was tough was, you got 3 little kids and, you run into financial problems, housing problems, what do you say to your kids?
We had always been able to take care of ourselves. We never thought that we would end up homeless. Who does?
You never know if it's going to be you. It comes around to everybody.
At the end of the day, you can be homeless. We all have our jobs today, but it can all be gone in 1 minute.
I think the most challenging thing is the terror. The terror of not knowing where your children are going to sleep, or what's going to happen to them, or where are they going to eat their next meal. And by then, the fear that they are experiencing can sometimes incapacitate people.
And so part of our job is to help reassure them that they're safe now and that we are there to help them transition to the next steps and walk them through this process, which is scary for anybody.
We have 3 values at Crossroads. They are safety, respect, and effectiveness. And everything we do based on those values.
It is the basis for our interactions with clients. It is the basis for our service delivery with clients. It is the basis for our environment that we create in all of our housing programs.
Because so many people that come to us with very little self-respect. By the time they get to Crossroads, by the time they open that front door, they feel pretty bad about themselves. And so we have to be there when they can't. We have to be there with respect when they can't be there for themselves.
Crossroads is so much more than just a shelter. We provide a whole continuum of housing options for individuals and families, starting with emergency shelter, but also providing transitional housing and permanent supportive housing throughout the state in West Warwick and in North Kingstown. So Crossroads really is impacting the needs of people who experience homelessness statewide.
Some of the challenges that families face when they first come into our program is trying to figure out what the next steps are. Realizing that children need to be in school, that daycares need to be found for their children. It's trying to connect them with medical benefits or health services, whether they be mental health services or primary doctors. Trying to connect them with our education and employment specialists, providing the services that they need to better their lives.
In the Learning Center at Crossroads, we work with adults of all levels of education, from those that are learning to read, all the way up to those that are getting ready to take their tests to get their GED and even to go into college. Crossroads offers a variety of employment services. We have an intensive 10-week program called Get Hired, where we work with people around career exploration, self-awareness, resume writing, interview skills. And then we also offer a variety of job training programs, and clients have access to wraparound supports while they're going through our programs, such as case management, ongoing employment coaching, and then when folks graduate from any of the programs, we work with them to get and keep their jobs long-term.
Crossroads helped me a lot with education-wise, transportation, and there's all different kind of programs that they help me with.
We had a case manager. She helped us find jobs or job training for my husband. Also, she made sure I was keeping up in school. I was a full-time student at Rhode Island College, and she made sure that I was able to go, get a ride, make sure that the kids had daycare.
Crossroads offers counseling, the simplest things if you need extra food,
homework help for the kids, winter clothing, school supplies. They help us out with backpacks and the stuff that goes inside the backpacks, which is really expensive, right around school shopping time too.
When I got to Crossroads, the staff was very helpful in helping me settle into the women's shelter, and it was very helpful to be with that many women at that time when I was going through the level of desperation that I felt.
One of the things that we're excited about is that we are providing different workshops for the ladies. They meet with their case advocate weekly and they work towards their goals. We do workshops on healthy relationships, we do domestic violence, and most important, we do workshops on learning to love you and to provide them with the tools that they need to keep their dignity and their respect. So we're very excited about that.
One of the things I'm most proud about is the fact that almost 90 cents of every dollar goes directly to programs here at Crossroads. I'm very proud of the way Crossroads is managed, and we do it in the most efficient way we can. And so that most of the donation that someone gives us goes directly to programs to help clients.
The one thing I would say to someone who was considering making a donation to Crossroads would be to look outside of themselves, to see that it's not just moms on welfare, that it's not just someone who's experiencing substance abuse, that it's people who've lost jobs, that it's women who have been beaten, that it's people who've hit hard times and are struggling to find their way back.
If it wasn't for Crossroads, we would probably be homeless. I'm disabled, I have a low income. We wouldn't be able to afford regular rent.
And, you know, we stuck together, we did what we had to do, but if it wasn't for the help that we got when we needed it the most, I don't know what would have happened.
We would probably have been sleeping in our car. I don't know how long that would have lasted.
If Crossroads wasn't here, I think I would be on the street somewhere because my family had turned their back on us.
The ultimate goal for the families that we serve at Crossroads is that they become self-sustainable, that they may in turn become service providers themselves.
I'm the president of the Rhode Island College Latin American Student Organization. I get the family involved, I get the community involved. We did a food can drive for Crossroads, so that was very rewarding that I was able to give back to Crossroads something that they gave me.
Our vision at Crossroads is basically to not have a crossroads, to have a world where there are no homeless and there are no people that need our services. But until that point, I want to make sure that we are the absolute best we can be and that we help people move from dependence and homelessness to independence and dignity in a very effective and respectful way.
You help one family, then their kids will be able to know and understand and be generous themselves. You know, one family being able to take care of themselves and being able to better the lives of their kids, I mean, that's the best gift you can give anyone.
I just would like to say thank you to everybody at Crossroads. Until this day, I always come in here with a smile and so grateful for them.